I'm Shannon Thresher, and this is 30-Second Tactics. So today, first let me apologize for any background noise. But we're out here on the range today, and it decided to rain on us, so we got a lot of rain and wind going on. But that's not going to stop us from putting out a video for you guys. So today, I'm going to do a first impressions kind of review on this LA Police Gear weapon-mounted light. Now, first and foremost, I paid for this out of my own pocket. I don't have any special relationship with LA Police Gear except that I'm a customer. I bought a few things from them over the years, their pants, some of their bags and stuff. So this light is basically, its claim to fame is it's the same shape and stuff as a TLR1. It's supposed to fit in all the holsters and stuff, but it's much cheaper. Now they've been out for a couple years. The prices change, sales go on and stuff. I just bought this last week, paid $75 for it shipped. So compared to a TLR1 or Surefire or something like that, it's a super bargain as far as price. Now this is advertised at 800 lumen light, and I know it's hard to tell on a camera, but even in an overcast day, it's a very bright light. They claim it lasts an hour and a half for a weapon mounted light. It's going to be on and off just seconds at a time probably. That's going to be a pretty long life. The failure points for these kind of lights tend to be the switches, the switch pack. Now, it does have the momentary on and from either side, and the permanent on. Click it on and leave it on. Other than just clicking it on and off a couple hundred times, I can't really speak to how durable that's going to be long term. One thing that is different from the TLR1 is you see this little Allen head screw here, and the little notch, for lack of a better term, that goes into the tab that goes into the notch on your gun is adjustable. So most of these lights end up on Glocks, but if you have something else with like a full Picatinny rail or a slightly different notch than where the Glock notch goes, then you can actually adjust this forward or backwards where you need to, and then just crank down the Allen, and it goes on pretty much the same way a TLR does. You loosen this screw, that gives you some leeway in the little mount, and then you tighten it back down. So it also claims that it's drop safe from 1 meter, 1 yard, I believe it says. 1 meter, here you go. We're gonna say 3 feet, and at the end of this, if we haven't broke it through just some normal firing and use, then we'll drop it from 1 meter and see if we can't break it. I don't like dropping guns, so I have a real gun here for the test firing, and then I have this red gun. Now this is a weighted one. You can't tell in the video, but take my word for it. This weighs as much as this when it's loaded. This actually weighs less now. So when it falls with the gun, it will be as close as possible to simulating dropping with a real gun. So I'm going to put this on the gun, and we'll be right back. Alright, so to put this on, and first of all, nice clear weapon. Put this on, it's going to be the same as like the TLR1. You just back this screw out a little bit, that gives you room for that spring. Line that up, and then you crank this down. Now the only tool you really need to crank this down good, in my opinion, is a handy dandy American quarter. I guess a Canadian quarter would work, but whatever. So just crank it down. And like I said, this is just a quick review. I just got it, just took it out of the box. It's not going to be a torture test, but I'll run 3 mags through it real quick just to make sure it's not going to come loose under vibration of normal use. Alright, take my ears off so I'm not yelling at you guys. And again, that's 45 rounds, 3 mags. This is a Glock 40 caliber. Seems to be tight, doesn't seem to be a problem. Still comes on temporary, still comes on permanent. So one thing I did want to mention, this gun is clear, I'm just going to close the slide. One thing I did want to mention is, you know, their literature, their advertisement says that this is compatible with most TLR1 holsters. And I found that to be true. There's just one. It's just perfect. But if you have the Omnivore or any other holster system that secures on the light rather than the gun, you'll find that it doesn't work. The profile is just slightly different enough that it's not going to lock on like the TLR1. So if you have, like I said, an Omnivore or one of the other holsters out there that secures by the light rather than the gun, just be aware of that. So the last thing I said I'd do on this quick little video is a drop test. So let's take this off of the real gun. Not that it would hurt this gun to drop it, that poor gun's been through a lot. Put it on our fake gun. Crank it down just the same. Now, doesn't quite want to get as tight on this because, you know, this is a fake gun with a little rubber thing. Let's see. All right, that seems nice and secure. It works. Just for dramatic effect, we'll turn it on. So the box claims 1 meter drop safe. You can see this is kind of hard packed gravel. It's not concrete, but it's pretty close to it. And I'm thinking, you know, don't drop your gun, but if you're gonna drop your gun, maybe one circumstance when you would be when you're reholstering. So that's what I'm just gonna do. We're just gonna simulate reholstering. That's about 3 feet off the ground, and I'm gonna drop it. I didn't even see where it hit. It's still on. It felt like it hit my foot a little bit, so I would drop it aside just so it's fair. All right. Well, at least in this super unscientific test, it seems that, let's see, temporary still works, permanent still works, and there's a little abrasion there, so at some point it hit the ground on the actual flashlight, not just the gun. So, like I said, this is just a quick thing. Obviously, this doesn't tell us how it's going to last 6 months from now or how many times that switch is going to switch, but so far so good. I'll keep running this and other training stuff and give you guys an updated video sometime in the future. So that's all I have for you today. As always, guys, work, train, repeat. Stay safe.